Okay, hi, this is Amy Lee, Productive Mama, and with the help of not a professional camera person, but a 10-year-old who was born the same year as the iPhone, I'm here live to talk about and show you a super easy freezer meal to make that I'm making for my Freezer Meal Club, which is meeting on Tuesday. Now, I tried to get all fancy again like last week, but I couldn't get the banner to work using the iPhone, so maybe I'll add that later. But I'm going to be making a West Indies curry recipe, and I've been looking at a lot of books, freezer meal recipes and menu plans, and they're great. And if you do freezer meals, any way you do them, it's awesome because I know it's saving you a lot of time and a lot of money. But what I'm noticing with those is that, you know, they give you this great grocery list, a menu plan, and here you are at your cooking day, and it'll say something like, okay, put the chicken in the pressure cooker. While that's going, brown your ground beef, then start your water boiling for whatever, your pasta, make your rice, go ahead and bake, get the bacon going, and it has all these steps because what you're doing is you are making, you know, 5, 7, 10 different recipes at the same time that you can freeze for later, which is great because you don't want to just make recipes that are all made of chicken legs because chicken legs are on sale, and now all month long you are only having chicken leg recipes. But it does get involved. It's going to take up a lot of space in your kitchen. You're going to have a lot of appliances. You're going to be chopping lots of different things for different recipes. You're going to have all of your bags or your containers spread out. This is where Freezer Meal Club wins as far as I'm concerned, because I'm going to make this one recipe. Ultimately, I'll be making 2, but today I'll be showing you one easy recipe. I'm going to take it to my Freezer Meal Club on Tuesday, and I'm going to come home with many freezer meals of all different types, because somebody else is going to bring a chicken recipe, somebody else is going to bring a bean recipe, somebody else will bring a roast, something like that. But today I'm going to make West Indies curry, which is super easy. So I have just a few ingredients. I have my ground beef, and the reason I'm doing this recipe, one of the reasons is that this is grass-fed ground beef that was on sale for $3.99 a pound. So I wanted to take advantage of that sale. At the same time, I didn't want to make 10 different freezer meal recipes out of ground beef because we might get tired of that by the end of the month. So I have my ground beef. I went ahead and I put in the tomato paste that it calls for, and this calls for coconut milk, and this West Indies rub. This blend I get from Mountain Rose Herbs. It is delicious. It has, let's see, garlic, black pepper, salt, ginger, fenugreek, coriander, mustard, and it says organic spices. So if you have something similar, you could use it. You could also probably use another curry powder that you have, though this really has a different taste. It's not like East Indian curry, really. And so that's it. That's all that's in it. But before I get going, actually, I was going to show you guys in my Instant Pot. We're going to have rice with this tonight. And so I do basically pot-in-pot rice. And I love rice in my Instant Pot. I'm kind of picky about it. Being half Chinese, to me the only way rice is right is in a rice cooker. But the Instant Pot also does really well. So I'm going to start that. Let's see, that's going to go for 25 minutes. And there we go for that. Okay. We have a small group. This month with the holidays, it's busy, so I only have to make 4.5 portions of this recipe. And one of them we're going to go ahead and have tonight. And I'm going to put it right in, the ingredients right in my cast iron skillet. So that's another way this saves money. I'm going to be in the kitchen anyway making this recipe for my own family. So I'm just going to plop is the word I use. When it comes to freezer meals, I'm going to plop all these ingredients into bags while I go, just like I would am plopping my own into the cast iron skillet. Okay, so I have powdered coconut milk that I use. Most people will probably just get the can of coconut milk in this recipe, which is found in my cookbook, which is part of the Freeze Your Meal Club Guide and Success course. This is the second recipe, I think, in the book, and one that we use quite regularly in my family. Okay, so the first thing I always do is my half portion. We have somebody that has a small family, because I always tend to forget the half portions, and I like to take care of that one first each time. So here's my ground beef. I did clean my kitchen a little bit for you. It's really not that clean, but this is clean for me. I suppose I could have gotten these ready and put in the bags for you beforehand too, but sorry. And that's why these are so easy. These just drop right in. Sometimes my ground beef is already frozen because I bought it on sale previously and had to store it for longer. In that case, I defrost it just enough to be able to loosen it from the wrapping and the paper, because a lot of times when it's too frozen, you really can't get it off. Some recipes you can't, it's hard to do that with. Start with frozen, but you can definitely do that with this. Okay, and then here's mine. Actually, I might put mine in last, after the other ingredients. I'm just gonna set it out here. Okay, so this recipe calls for a half to a full can of coconut milk. Full can would be about 2 cups. I have about 6 cups here, so I'm just going to estimate. Maybe we'll do, yeah, I'll probably do 1 plus a little bit. Where is my half portion? Half portion. And while I do that, I'll probably just go ahead and put in a scant tablespoon of this into each bag, okay? This is my half portion, so it needs half that amount. There you go. 1 is done. I'm not going to close them up yet because if I always like to be conservative with some of the ingredients that I have limited amounts of. I can always go back and add more. That's another reason to do mine last, because if I make a mistake, I can make more of this. Or we can just suffer through a recipe that wasn't perfect. And that's happened before. Oops, I forgot. And this one, did I forget in this one? I think I did. I'm not used to talking through every step of the recipe. Okay, and that leaves Yeah, a little over 1 cup, and I'll just use that for mine. Okay, so that's it. This recipe, kind of smush it together if it's not frozen, to start blending it together. And then what I'll do is I print off this recipe, which I have on the fridge now. I fold it in half so you can see what it is. I put the person's name on that, and that is basically the label. I do double bag. I talk about in the book why that's really a good idea. So I'll put this in another bag. I will slide that label in there. And then because I'm not making this the day of the club, I'm going to put these all in the freezer. And then Tuesday, when it's time to go, I'll take them out of the freezer, put them in the cooler, take them to the club. So I'll take these. I guess I can go ahead and kind of start this one too. I'll take this recipe. Here's mine. I'll take the other recipe I'm going to make is carne elevada, yum. That'll be a pork recipe. And then I will come back. Total, I will get from the club 10 freezer meals that are ready to go. They'll be in my freezer, and usually I have about 12, but like I said, it's a light month with December being busy. Turn that on. And my cooking will be greatly reduced. So we have a crazy day full of whatever, school events, holiday events. I know that day I've got something in the freezer. I don't have to cook. I don't have to worry about it. It will take even less time than this did. Is there a timer on there? No? So I don't know how long I've been talking. 10 or 15 minutes. I'm just going to brown this. My rice is already going. I like to serve this with rice, but I also like to add a vegetable. Sometimes I mix in the vegetable with the ground beef and the sauce. I like eggplant, but not every kid in my family likes eggplant. Today I offered cauliflower, broccoli, or kale to go in this, and told the kids that they could make it. I only have 2 kids home for dinner tonight, so I'm giving them choice on that. And what was the winning vote? Broccoli. You can say it. Broccoli. Broccoli is the winner. So we'll probably just do that separate and then serve them together. But sometimes, like I said, I really like to do it inside the pan. That way it's all contained, easier to clean, and people have a harder time not eating the vegetable if it's already mixed in there. Thank you for checking out this one recipe. Again, this is found in the cookbook. That's part of my e-course. The carne elevada that I am making for my Freezer Meal Club is also in that book. So if you have any questions or you had any comments, I will go back later to take a look and answer them, since I can't do that while I am cooking. But we're going to go finish this recipe. We're going to put the ground beef in here and get it ready to serve up for dinner tonight. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.